moving forward, the next thing to talk about in passive building are the very high efficient space conditioning equipments that we use. So the go-to seems to be these mini split units. So since we're talking about climate change, that means for our heating we're not going to use gas. So no gas line to the home, which means no pollution from burning fossil fuels, which means we are going to pick an all electrical system. These are air-to-air heat pumps, again known as mini splits, and they seem to be the go-to solution for many a passive house project. Now you can also get these air handlers. If you don't like mounting those units on the wall like you see in hotels, you can actually do a ducted mini split system, which is very similar to the air handler you probably have in your home today, with ducts running from the unit around the house delivering the conditioned air, but using the more efficient heat pump technology. And then also one possible choice can be geothermal heating and cooling, which looks like the diagram on your left, where you are either running horizontal loops or vertical loops into the ground and doing your heat exchange that way. I do find that they are more costly to install. And then a client asks about radiant heat, because radiant is such a lovely heat form. But it turns out in passive building it can actually be overkill. And radiant heat, I kind of describe it as a freight train. A freight train is pulling a tremendous load, and so it takes a long time to slowly get up to speed. But once it gets up to speed, it just sips energy to stay at that speed. But with a passive house, you have to be conscious of the outdoor temperature swings. And so if it turns out you get a warm day in the winter, it's going to take a while for all of that heat in your radiant system to cool back down to adjust for the quicker temperature change. And we find it just has a harder time keeping up with the conditions outside. So many a passive house do not incorporate radiant systems. Some other heat choices I've seen incorporated are these wood pellet stoves, rather than using traditional wood burning stoves.